Welcome to Madam English YouTube channel. In this video you will hear 3 folklore stories. These stories is for Chapter 6, Task 4, Part A in the Work in Progress book. Listen carefully to the text. After that, you can identify the social function, structure of text, and language features of the text. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe Madam English YouTube channel. Thank you.
Story 1. Princess Mandalika. Once upon a time, there was a king who ruled in Tebro Lombok, who had a beautiful daughter called Princess Mandalika. Because of her beauty, princes and kings from other kingdoms around Tebro wished that she would be their wife. 6 of them came to Tebro and asked for her hand in marriage. They were Prince Boombang, Prince Aryo Johor, Prince Singa Trasak, Prince Daria Loka, Prince Gunung Piring, and Prince Bongsu. Each prince wanted to win the heart of Princess Mandalika. Her father, the king of Tebro, was very confused and did not know what to do. If he chose one prince instead of another, then it would create jealousy and there could be a war against his kingdom. All the princes were handsome and powerful, and so the king allowed his daughter to make her own choice. Princess Mandalika was confused too, and she also knew the dangerous risk that her kingdom and people would get if she chose either one of the princes. After several days of serious thinking, Princess Mandalika met her parents and asked her permission to announce her decision in front of all the princes and the people of Tebro the next day on the beach. Early the next morning, everybody gathered on the beach. There was a gentle breeze, with small waves breaking softly across the shore. Everybody was looking at Princess Mandalika, waiting for her announcement. Meanwhile, the 6 princes prayed in their heart that he would be the chosen one. Then in a loud and clear voice, Princess Mandalika said,
"O my beloved mother and father, all the princes, and especially the people of Tebro Kingdom. Today I would like to announce that I will not give myself to any one of the princes, but rather to all people of Tebro and my own kingdom."
Then, Princess Mandalika threw herself into the sea from the top of a hill and disappeared. Everybody desperately searched for her, but she could not be found, and people believed she was transformed into glowing sea worms, called nyali.
Story 2. Biwar. A long time ago, there was a village in Nimika. The villagers were busy finding sago. They prepared 12 boats to sail on the sea. After a few days, their boats were full of sago. When they were sailing to go back to their village, suddenly a dragon came. The dragon attacked them with his tail. Most of them were drowning, but only a woman survived. She hung to her boat and finally arrived in a land. The woman was pregnant, but she had lost her husband, who was killed by the dragon. Her boat was also broken, so she could not go back to her village. Later the woman gave birth to a son. She named him Biwar. The woman raised Biwar and gave him skills about how to make weapons, set traps to catch animals, and how to make fire. Biwar grew well. He became a handsome, strong, and healthy man. One day he asked his mother why they lived alone in that land. His mother told him the truth. Then, Biwar asked his mother to go back to the village. He made a big boat and lots of weapons. Then they went to the village by boat. When they were sailing, suddenly there was a big wave. The dragon came. From his boat, Biwar fought the dragon by using his arrow. Finally, he killed the dragon. When Biwar and his mother arrived in the village, the villagers welcomed them. They were happy and thanked Biwar. Then, they were not afraid of sailing in the sea anymore.
Story 3. The Story of Pak Lebai Malang. Long ago in a village in West Sumatra, there lived a man named Pak Lebai. One day he received an invitation to a party from two rich people which was held on the same day and time. Pak Lebai is confused about which invitation to go to, because both invitations have their respective advantages and disadvantages. He thought, if he went to a party upstream, the host would reward him with 2 buffalo heads. However, he was not very familiar with the host and the food of the people upstream was not as good as those downstream. However, if he went to a party downstream of the river, he would be rewarded with a deliciously cooked buffalo head. He also knew the host very well. The difference is, the host upstream will provide his guests with additional delicious cakes. Finally, he started rowing his boat, although he couldn't decide which party to choose. He pedaled the canoe to the headwaters. Just arriving on the way, he changed his mind. He turned to row the boat downstream. As soon as he reached the lower reaches of the river, he saw several guests heading upstream. The guest said that the buffalo that was slaughtered there was very thin. He also changed his boat to the headwaters. Arriving at the edge of the village upstream, the guests were already leaving. The party over there is over. Then, he quickly paddled his boat towards the village downstream. Unfortunately, even there the party was over. Both parties had ended. Pak Lebai only had to regret why he didn't attend one of them, so the buffalo he wanted just disappeared. Even though at that time he was very hungry. Then, he decided to fish and hunt. Then, he brought a lunch of rice, and did not forget to bring his beloved dog. Arriving at the river, he prepared equipment for fishing. After finding a comfortable place to fish, Pak Lebai threw his hook into the middle of the river. Patiently, he waited for his hook to be eaten by fish. After fishing for a while, finally the hook was eaten by fish. However, the hook was stuck at the bottom of the river. Pak Lebai also jumped in to take the fish. But unfortunately, the fish can escape. While he was jumping, the dog ate the rice he was carrying. Finally, he bit his finger and there was nothing else to eat to fill his growing stomach. Misfortune has befallen him until it is known by many people. Since then, Pak Lebai has received the nickname from the villagers as Pak Lebai Malang Parehu.